Hello everybody, my name is Cogline3639. Welcome back to another video. Today in this one I'll be doing another card analysis video, and in this one I'll be covering the new Ghoti support that's going to be coming on Dark Wing Blast that comes out in about 3 weeks or so. Yeah, so in this video I'll be covering the new cards themselves, and then at the end of the video I'll be giving you my opinion on the new support itself. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Now on to the new cards themselves here. As you can see, this Italian YouTuber here got the reveal with the Ghoti or fish, whatever you would like to call it. So let's get into the new cards themselves here. We got Keep Omen of the Ghoti. I'm probably mispronouncing that one, but that's fine. It's a level 4 water fish effect monster with 1500 attack and 0 defense. If a fish monster becomes banished, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. Again, that should not be that hard. So just basically a free special for the deck is very nice, especially it being a level 4. And then during the standby phase of the next turn after this card was banished, you can target one of your Ghoti traps or Ghoti traps that is banished or in your graveyard. Set that target. Okay, so that ain't terrible necessarily. First effect, just being able to special summon itself when a fish is banished, is pretty nice. And then the second effect can be like whatever, I guess. Depends on the circumstances, because it's setting it so you can't activate it the same turn you set it. So, second effect is like whatever. First one's fine though. Then we got Sinopus, Shadow of the Ghoti. Again, probably mispronouncing that, but I do apologize about that. A level 6 water fish effect monster with 2100 attack and 0 defense. During the main phase, you can quick effect. You can banish 2 fish monsters from your hand and or graveyard for cost. Special summon this card from your hand. Okay, that's pretty nice. Being able to special summon itself as a quick effect speed. Banishing monsters from your graveyard as well. Just getting the fishes, getting banished, and getting their effects could be very, very good. If this card is special summoned, target one face-up monster or face-up card on the field. Banish it when it leaves the field. So not only do you target one of your fish monsters that are on the field, but you can also just target or just any card on your opponent's field. Once it leaves the field, it's banished or something like that. So if you want to like make sure like something like a Kitalos or something is banished instead of being sent to the graveyard, could be very interesting. Just throwing things out there. And then if this card becomes banished, you can banish one fish monster from your graveyard. Add this card to your hand. Again, being able to add itself back to hand and then banishing a fish, getting your fish is banished, is pretty nice as well. Okay card, being able to, its quick effect is special. I think this would be a nice card. Then we got Zep Ruby of the Ghoti. So it's going to be an ultra rare in the set, it looks like. It's a level 2 water fish tuner effect monster with 0 attack and 1000 defense here. Okay, you can banish this card from your hand, then target one fish monster in your graveyard. Banish it. Okay, so being able to banish itself and then banishing another fish from your graveyard as well could be very nice. And then during your opponent's turn, while this card is banished, you can special summon it. How is that going to work? Is this like, I'm assuming this is going to be like a quick effect speed. You can just special summon whenever you want to, because it just says during your opponent's turn. It doesn't specify when. So I'm assuming this is like a quick effect that happens during your opponent's turn, but this is translated, so who knows how this is going to work. So just depends. I'm assuming this is a quick effect whenever you want to. You can just do it because it says during your opponent's turn. While this card is banished, you just special summon it. But if this card is special summon, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolves. Synchro summon one fish synchro monster using this card you control. So being able just on special summon, getting to synchro summon as well. So I'm assuming the quick effect goes for when it's in the banished. You can just special summon it as quick effect speed. Then effect on summon does it. So very interesting card, a level 2 water fish tuner. Very, very good, I feel like, for the archetype. Alrighty, now on to the new synchro monsters for the Ghoti archetype. We got Aaron Post, Serpent of the Ghoti. Again, probably mispronouncing that. I do apologize. It's a level 6 water fish synchro effect monster with 2100 attack and 0 defense. Requires one tuner, one non-tuner, so very generic. If this card is synchro summon, you can banish one level 6 or lower fish monster from your deck. That is interesting because you're being able to banish this guy. This guy can just add itself back to hand. So very, very good there for that. And it has to be or lower. So any of the fish monsters, you know, a Zap or, you know, the new guy, level 4 guy here, any of them work. So level 6 or lower. Very, very good. Basically just being able to get your plays going. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you can target one fish monster in your graveyard, banish that target. Then you can add a fish monster with an equal or lower level from your deck to your hand. Wow, so not only is it banishing a fish monster, which again, they like to be banished because they do get effects in the banished area, but then you're being able to add a fish monster. That's very insane. It's generic as well. So being able just to add any fish monster goes with that as well. Very, very good card. I feel like level 6. Yeah, very decent card. And it's also going to be an ultra rare in the set as well. And you can only use each effect once per turn. The next synchro monster here is Yugioh, Spear of the Ghoti. Again, probably mispronouncing that. I do apologize. It's a level 8 water fish synchro effect monster with 2700 attack and 0 defense. Requires 1 fish tuner plus 1 non-tuner monsters to go into. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can just banish the opponent's monsters. Okay. It's all right. Again, you're most likely it's all an all right effect. Then during your opponent's standby phase, if you can banish this card. Then if all monsters used as material for this card's synchro summon are in the graveyard, you can just special summon all of them, but banish them when they leave the field. I don't know how good that second effect is. I guess if you just synchro summon and then just make sure the fish tuners in graveyard stay in the graveyard, and then being able to special summon them back out during your opponent's standby, and maybe get an interruption and stuff like that. I don't know how good this card would be. Just depends on what you're special summoning back from the graveyard, I guess. But like, why wouldn't you just keep those monsters on the field? Like, I don't know. This is like all right. I don't think it's the best thing in the world. And then we got 2 new traps here. We got Ghoti Cosmos, which is a normal trap card. Apply these effects in sequence based on the number of banished fish monsters. Okay, so if you have 1 or more, you can your fish monsters just can't be destroyed by battle this turn. 4 or more, the activations of fish monsters cannot be negated this turn. Very, very interesting. Again, this applies in sequence, so you have 1, and if you have 4, not only you need the fish monsters can't be destroyed by battle, then you're also getting your fish monsters can't be negated stuff. Then you have 8 or more, you can just special summon a fish synchro monster from your extra deck. That's interesting. It's treated as a synchro summon as well. That's interesting. If you have 8 plus banished, that's interesting. Just being able to be a free special summon while getting the other 2 effects as well. That could be interesting, but I don't know. Maybe 8 plus might be a little too much for it to, maybe go off. But, if you can get 8 consistently during your first turn and then having that interruption during your opponent's turn could be very, very good. And the last trap card here, we got Ghoti Fury, which is a continuous trap card. You can target 1 fish monster you control and 1 monster your opponent controls. Banish both monsters until your next standby phase. Now that is good. That is a very good interruption. Not only you're banishing 1 of your fish monsters, which is probably going to get an effect in graveyard, you're also banishing 1 of your opponent's monsters as well for interruption. That's very, very good. And then if a fish monster is special summoned to your field while any card is banished, you can banish this card from your graveyard or face up spell trap zone. All fish monsters you control gain 100 attack for each card currently banished until the end of the turn. It's like all right, but again, I guess it depends if you want that attack boost, especially during like the damage step could work. Or well, no, it's only when a fish is special summoned to your field. That effect is whatever. But the first effect for that interruption as a continuous trap as well is very, very good. I feel like very, very good trap card there. But yeah, that is all the new Ghoti monsters. Now let's get into my opinions on the Ghoti monsters. So, is the new Ghoti support actually good? It's alright. Now, don't get me wrong. The Synchro 6 is pretty fucking good. Don't get me wrong on that. Being able to not only banish a level 6 or lower fish monster from your deck, basically being able to banish anything you want banished and get that effect in the banished area, but then being able to, banish a monster when it's used as synchro material, being able to banish a fish monster to search any fish from your deck. That is very, very good. And then the trap being the Fury Ghoti being very good as interruption, banishing 1 of your fish monsters and 1 monster your opponent controls, basically getting effect in the banished area as well. Don't get me wrong, that is also insane. But everything else for the archetype is like all right. You know, being able to special summon, like the level 2 tuner is like the third decent card out of this new reveal. But like besides that, all the other ones are not like that great, you know. The original support basically does what you want to do anyways. But yeah, the Synchro 6 and the Trap is going to be very good stuff for this archetype. So yeah, that is my opinion on it. It's alright. The Synchro and Trap I like, but everything else is just alright. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content on the channel. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.